Alright guys, in this video we're gonna cover LCX, where it came from, how it came to the point we're at now, and where LCX is headed. Keep in mind, this is not financial advice, this is just for educational purposes. So let's get into LCX. LCX made a move this way and entered this pattern. This was around April and today is almost end of August. LCX still has not broken out of this trend, but I believe LCX is getting close to breaking out of this pattern. So let's look at this. If you would have entered LCX at its peak on this trend, it's around 40 cents. LCX moved up this way, got few confirmation candles here. During this crash, you could have entered LCX at 20 cents if you look here. But once you got this confirmation candle, you would have traveled down this way. Once you got to this point, if you had made any purchases of LCX above 28 cents, by this point, you could have drawn a trend line and realized, you know what? LCX is on a downtrend, descending parallel channel, which tends to break to the upside. I'm not going to buy without a confirmation candle. Now, I'm going to zoom into this area right here so you can see. This area didn't give us a confirmation candle. You can see it wicked really hard, but it stayed within the pattern. So we didn't get a confirmation candle there. So let's look at it. This continues to come down, come down, come down, come down. And we got about right here. Now at this point, LCX came all the way down to 13 cents, but peaked right here at 20 cents. But it didn't make a groundbreaking move. It just went from bottom of the trend to the top of the trend and continued to go down. So you shouldn't have bought any LCX in this area right here. So let's zoom in to where we are right now. So we're on this part of the trend right now, and I'm watching LCX, and it's still coming down. Now this is probably during the big crash that we had not too long ago. It brought LCX close to 10 cents. LCX is finally working its way, trying to break this pattern. Now we got this change of structure signal right here, which means LCX is going to make a move up. If you look at this chart, it thinks LCX is going to go towards 16 cents. In order for it to go to 16 cents, it's finally going to break this trend line. It's going to set a candle up here and then confirm to you that it's about to make a move up. So if you realize up top and you bought LCX above 28 cents, that you should have never bought LCX again until we got this confirmation candle right now. And finally, when we get it, LCX would be around 15 cents. So really what I'm trying to tell you is that from 23 cents down, you should have not bought LCX. You should have bought LCX entry at 15 cents. Now I know sometimes you get put in a position where the influencer tells you how amazing things are going to be. You end up buying stuff and you're stuck and you keep DCAing down. But you have to know when to DCA, guys. You gotta draw these trend lines. If you look at some of my other videos, a lot of them are having similar trend lines. If this type of pattern breaks to the upside, then you know this is a false confirmation. But this is just a wick down. But here you got a confirmation candle, but this confirmation doesn't count because the probability of breaking it to the upside is higher. So we would take this as a fake out. And we're not entering till the candle comes here anyway. So if it keeps going down, that's even better for you, right? For your entry purposes. So if I was a LCX holder, which I used to be, and I sold it in profit, maybe a little bit lost, but some areas I sold in profit just to get out of LCX, I would tell you even now, don't buy LCX. Let LCX prove to you that it can break out of the trend. Now at this stage, even if you did buy LCX low, I would say it's not a bad idea, because even though I know eventually it's about to break out of this trend, a lot of other cryptos in the last 1 week has broken out of such trend like this, which also gives me indication that LCX is going to break out of such trend. So I would have waited till the confirmation signal. If you didn't, there's a couple ways to go about it. You can assume that you are in a good range right now. But if you feel you don't want to buy because there isn't a confirmation candle, then you can let this play out. LCX can still touch this trend line and travel down. You don't know. I'm just assuming it's going to break out soon because a lot of the other cryptos have broken out. Bitcoin is giving us a target that it's going to go towards 69K. All the other cryptos are giving us up target. Even in Lux Algo, we're getting, hey, we can get to 16 cents. And in a bullish scenario under the 16-hour chart, we can get all the way up to 19 cents. So if you're wondering, hey, how can two targets exist? So we'll just look at Bitcoin really quick on the 16-hour chart. 16-hour chart says Bitcoin was going to go to 63.6, which we already hit. The second scenario for that on Bitcoin is 67.8, which we're working towards. Now, if you look at Bitcoin on the one-day chart, which has a buy signal, you can see the target is 69,500, but the second target is 75,000. Now, we may not hit 75,000, but let's say we go all the way to we go to 72,000. Then yes, if Bitcoin goes to 72,000, then you may hit the second target on LCX, which is, I believe, 19 or 20 cents. So use Bitcoin as your compass. Go ahead, track your altcoins. And, there's a lot of coins I don't cover. And the reason I cover LCX, ABT, Arrow, Turbo, and a bunch of other ones is because we have a Discord group that we put together on the go under certain circumstance that took place, and we needed a place for us to learn and grow. So my team there, we're into this coin, so I cover what they're into. Me personally, I'm into 4 different coins: Turbo, Caspa, Stacks, and Ondo. There are other coins I love, like I really like Render. I joined the market because of XRP. Let's see, is there anything else? If I had to just throw out one more, I think Solana is great, Chainlink is great, but I'm not gonna spread myself out with so many coins just because people say, hey, you gotta diversify your portfolio, and that way if your coin take off, you know what, I'll try to pick few coins that I've been tracking and how they move, and I'll go with those. I don't need to have all this stuff because I don't have the funds to DCA every coin. I'm just gonna work on the few. I'm gonna always shave profit on the go. I don't care what anybody else say, because if their prediction does not come true, they're not gonna come over here and give me my money back. They're not gonna pay my bills. They're not gonna take care of my family. They're not gonna do anything for me. They're just gonna tell me the same thing we all say. Hey, this isn't financial advice. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And I can tell you 99% of the people, maybe 95, let's say, doesn't matter how much they invest, they don't have that money to lose, and they invest it anyway. So it's easy to say a slogan, don't invest more than you can lose, when everybody's investing way more than they can lose. They're throwing their grandma into crypto as well. And not only are they wrecking themselves, but they're telling their family member buy this and that and getting them wrecked. And then what do you tell them? You say, well, I failed, you fail, we all fail. No. Guys, be smart about it. Your money's not going to go anywhere. Sit on it. Don't purchase all the time. Once or twice a month. Wait for the right opportunity. You should not be buying 5 to 10 times a month, even if you're buying $400 at a time. Unless your plan is DCA no matter what. You do a weekly DCA, let's say $200. If it goes up, you put 200. If it goes down, you put 200. And you constantly do this until whatever your budget is runs out. That's a different story, because you're going to get average of something, and then when it finally makes the move, you're in a prime position. You haven't lost too much money. You haven't gained too much money because you averaged yourself out. So stop letting this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x fool you. Experience it yourself first, and then come back the next cycle and make a decision based on your knowledge. Stop going based on what everybody else is saying. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I just went off on a tangent, but I had to throw that out there. Till next time. Peace.